be a guest as an artist on the show. I was like,
I'm like, Malachi, we know it's you.
Come on, hey, I got a special guest coming on in 30 seconds. He gonna rap for y'all.
no, bro, we not doing that.
Hey, yeah, no, don't.
We're not doing DJ Malachi. We're not doing that.
Hey, new special guest. It's your boy Malachi Lee. About to spit some hot bars in this thing.
No, we're not doing that. Ladies and gentlemen, we are back at it with MJ numbers. That's what, ladies and gentlemen, that's 2 and that's 3 is episode 23. And this is the teacher's episode. You must learn with special guests, Miss Aria Moody and Mr. Artie Taylor.
Yeah.
Yes, we have guests today, ladies and gentlemen. And I'm excited. The fella's excited. If you don't know who we are, we're just going to go around the clock and let you know. Up under me is my man, Big J. Holla at him.
You okay, Tom? You okay?
Hey, it was that Big J. It was that Big J. That's what it was.
Oh, man. It's like I got winded right there. Holla at him. Go ahead, Jake.
Yeah, I'm mask off, Jake, in the building. I'm feeling good, feeling great. Let's get it. Let's get it.
That's what's up. Next to him is my young boy doing big things, causing big dreams to come true. He keeping his head to the sky. He in the rocket ship on to the moon. All
right.
Yeah, Malachi Lee. What up, though?
What it do, y'all? Smoley Holy. What's good, y'all? It's good to see y'all, man. Everybody in the building. What's up? What's up?
How was your weekend, Malachi?
Man, my week going good. Weekend going good. Everything good, man. It's good. I'm pumped about today for sure.
That's what's up. How was your week?
Yeah, what?
How was your week, man?
Oh yeah, I had a good week, man. You know, got a lot of stuff done, getting the routine down and stuff. So it's good. A lot of stuff coming. So yeah,
salute, man.
Feeling good.
Salute.
On the ones and the twos, ladies and gentlemen, we love to introduce him as Disco Danny. He's on.
What? What? No, we don't. We never introduced him like
Please never introduce me.
We've never said that. That's hilarious, but no.
I know. I just came up with that all together, yo. I just freestyle all that.
Yeah, you should have called for that part. You should have called for that.
I should have called on that one. Yeah, this is my man, Big Dan, with the plan on the ones and twos. Disco Danny. What's up, baby? How was your week? How you doing, man?
Hey, man, what's going on? What's going on? It's Disco Danny up in the building.
Yes.
That's probably that's the last time I've said that.
Yes,
it's cringeworthy. That name is cringeworthy. Even as a joke, it's like disappointing. Like it's funny, but
how was your week?
I'm done with my intro, man. I kind of
You done?
Yeah.
Disco Danny sound like you sell.
But we're through it now. We're my week is kind of crazy. Like,
all right, cool. Well, on to me, everybody, ladies and gentlemen, if you don't know, this is Big Tone. I wasn't here last week, and these Negro acted a damn fool. So I had to figure out some way to come back. And I'm back, baby.
Hey,
back.
We had a good time, man. We had a good time.
It was a great show. You know what I'm saying? I just didn't like the fact that y'all were showing the hell out. I didn't like that at all. But I'm back, and we better than ever. You know what I'm saying? First of all,
you want to tell them about what happened?
What happened?
No. Let's not go to that. But what I want to say is this. What I do want to say is this. Today is a special day in my house. Today is my young bull's birthday. He turned 13 in the building. Yeah. Shout out to the young king. Yeah. 13 years old doing it, making big things happen. You know what I'm saying? So that's what's up, man.
Kingston, what up, though? Happy physical.
Happy physical. That's what's up.
Happy birthday, brother.
Happy birthday.
Man, you know, Kingston, if you listening, when you're 13, you can tell. It's like, no.
Happy bar mitzvah.
Right. How about it? So we're gonna keep it moving, man, and we're gonna straight go to my young boy Malachi and his motivational minute. Get it to him, give it to him, get it going. Let's go.
What it do? Today's motivational minute is about learning new things. You know, as we sometimes like people leave school, they graduate high school and maybe not go to college. Even if you do go to college and you graduate college, a lot of times like we get older and we don't intentionally learn new things, learn new crafts, learn new traits, learn new tactics on doing things. You know, you always want to keep yourself continually to be a sponge to soak up as much knowledge as you can while you are on this earth, because our life is so short, you know, so you want to learn as much as you can while you're here. And you want to learn something new every day. That should be your goal, is to learn something new every day, from the biggest things to the smallest things. So that's your motivational minute. It's Malik Ali. Wow.
You've been on point all day.
On point.
Thank you,
Ladies and gentlemen, y'all know what we do, man. Jake, what is the young boy doing? He is giving us what?
Infinite jewels.
Yes,
all the time.
All the time. Yes, indeed.
You,
yes, he is. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to get straight to it. We got a lot of things to do tonight, and we got a lot of important stuff to cover. So one of the things we're going to go into, we're going to go straight for the culture from my man, Jake. Jake, give it to him.
What up, though? It's your homie, Jake, and this is my For the Culture segment. And, you know, I'm keeping it for the every week. You know, I'm keeping it about, like, you know, Black-owned and everything and stuff that we as a people, we need to know and talk about. This week I want to talk about this clothing company, and this might be my favorite company I've talked about out of all the companies I've mentioned. It's called Free Breakfast for Children Apparel. Really dope company. Pretty much the goal for this clothing line is to pretty much, like, you know, shine light on like aspects of history that's not really talked about. And pretty much they're pretty much talking about Black history, which is a great chunk of American history anyway. So yeah, so they have a lot of cool things on here. Like they have a line called like the Empowerment line, which is like an empowerment collection when they talk about like when they have like clothes that like have like empowering like messages on the shirts. They have an enlightenment collection, which is like shines light on like important events and important people in Black history. Like they just have a lot of dope stuff on here. Even the name of the company is deep. Free Breakfast for Children, which is a reference to the Black Panthers, who you know, as a community service effort, they they fed breakfast to kids in the morning before school, and it was so great. The government even like bit their style a little bit. There's an article I read about that on like history.com. If y'all want to check that out, just go on history.com and type in Free Breakfast for Children. But this is a dope line. I love this a lot. Like they even have an edgier collection called the Irreverence collection, which Daniel's on right now. Like this Dunkin' Donuts like joint they got right here. It said America runs on racism, which is pretty dope. Dan, if you can
like that,
it's pretty dope. Like there's another shirt that's that said riot in the financial district, which is like pretty dope. Yep, right here. I like this one too. And there was another one called they kind of like did a play off for Coca-Cola. You go back up, Dan, real fast. That boy right there. It said avoid caucasity. It's not refreshing. Wow. It's pretty dope. Like that, but that's some dope. Edgier stuff. But it's a lot of dope pieces on. They got Harriet Tubman shirts. They even had a Black Panther hat on here. It's kind of like a playoff, like those old school like team hats. Like but it's pretty like this is I love this. I love this company, man. Like I love everything this company represents and everything, and this is dope, and you should support this. Real talk. You know, I try to buy like the Black Panther hat, but it's sold out. But I'm probably gonna grab some like some. Well, I'm not probably. I'm gonna grab a Harriet Tubman boy and like some of that Carl Cassidy shirt too. But this is like I love this line. It's called Free Breakfast for Children. .com, Google it, or FB Free Breakfast FBFC.com. You know what I'm saying? I had to spell, you know what I'm saying? I had to spell it out. FBFC.com. That's also too. So yeah, check it out. So fellas, what do you know about it? I mean, not what you know about it, what you think about it.
Yeah, man, I just learned about it now, but it's dope. It's dope. I love this stuff. It has a lot of, I mean, the stuff that I like is that it still has the content and all that, but it's still like good designs too. So yeah, I'm gonna check this site out and buy some stuff from it too.
Okay, Tone, we get it, Tone, we get it. Yeah,
I'm going hard. I wasn't here last week, so I'm going hard. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
but
you wasn't coughing that time. But yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I think that all that stuff is dope. You know what I mean? I think to be honest with you, a lot of these places that you have shown us, we can really dub that stuff our own selves and like, you know, not necessarily bid on it, but you know, it's good to know these places that's out here that's coming up with refreshing material. You know what I mean? And that stuff I've never seen before. So that's wonderful stuff to look up and try to purchase. But you know me, since I made this transition of not eating meat, you know, I don't get no fucking love in these streets, you know, from my side. But you know, it's all gravy, baby. So
we're talking about T-shirts.
That's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the fact that they don't rock the 5 and the 6X. It's only going to 4. If anything, I bought a 4 joint. I know we talking about damn T-shirts. We ain't talking about no food. What am I talking about?
Well, Tony, you can still buy hats. You can still buy the hats.
Yeah, I'll buy a hat. I think it's dope.
Yeah, I think it's dope too. Thank you for this for the culture, Jake. This is really good. I like making, because it's making fighting slavery modern and fun. You know what I'm saying? And you know, fighting oppression in a cool way. You know what I'm saying? Like this is really dope. This is really dope. I'm glad they came up with this idea. And it's stuff like this that we need, because this art that represents our culture. You know what I'm saying? That represents us and what we represent, which is the opposite of what they're doing. So I love it, man. This is good.
That's real talk, man. And I totally agree with you, man. I think this stuff is great. You know what I mean? And the only problem that I have with all this stuff is no matter what we come up with, they find a way to tackle it in a different way. So I'm just happy that we have something like free breakfast for, what is it? Free breakfast for what?
For the children.
Free breakfast for the children, man. That's a good site. Check that out. So we gonna move on to Big Tone's segment. And as you know, I like to do something that we all know I like to do. And I like to put you all up on some game, man. And we're gonna talk a little bit about relationships this week. And the big thing that I want to discuss is you knowing when to hold them and knowing when to fold them. You know what I'm saying? The worst thing you could do is be in a relationship with somebody and then you still thinking that y'all in a tight-knit thing, and then you find out the horse is a different color. Dan, can you roll a clip, please?
What does that mean?
You said
Tú eres como el agua para que llegue del cielo.
What's going on out there?
Porque quiero que me quieras, porque como tú no hay nadie más que
oh, that's uncomfortable.
Oh, man.
Oh.
Tranquilo. ¡En cuestión de acción! Tranquilo ya.
All right, kill that. If you don't know what's happening, let me tell you, and I'm gonna put you on some real game right quick. If you have no clue what just took place, this brother, he did all he could to win back his lady. They was going through some things, and he figured, you know what? I need to get her back because she means that much to me. He called his homie. He got in a Pinto. He got a damn a boombox and a microphone. And as you see at the beginning of the song, he starts singing the best Catalina song he ever could. Un Pito. And I'm not even going to do it because I'm going to fuck it up. But what I'm saying to you is he didn't get the pure signs to understand this shit is going all bad. You know what I'm saying? This is not what it is. So I'm telling you, you need to start understanding the signs before you get to you see the man holding your boo. And what are those signs? When she ain't answering your calls no more. You know what I'm saying? Number 2, when it's nothing to talk about. You know what I'm saying? Number 3, when she tells her mama, don't say shit to you. It's over. You know what I mean? So this is Big Tone putting you up on game. You know what I'm saying? You got to learn. And today is one of them times where you must learn something. Learn this game today. I'm telling you that. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Big Tone putting you up on game. I'll at your boy.
Good shit, man.
Low key, that guy was crying because he saw that dude was about to fuck him up.
He was hurt, man. That guy was hurt.
He was scared.
He was hurt and scared because he looked like a hombre that worked for El Nino or whatever. He didn't look so tough. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's
tough.
That's one of those romantic guys that watch too many damn movies. That's what it was.
Right. Too many movies.
That's exactly what it was.
He made it real. Like I feel like if this work, if I just sing to her, I'll get her back. Nah, bro. It was
the
too
milk's
late.
gone bad. That's what it was.
He outside the gate with it though. Like
with the whole crew.
That's being there with the boombox. He was trying his hardest to get her back, and it ain't working. You know what I mean? It ain't working. It ain't happening.
Move
you know
on,
what I mean?
Doc.
Before we go forward to our group discussion, I want to hit them comments. Malachi, what's popping in the comments, bro?
Yep, we got a Planet Ant chat. We got Steve Branson said, "Classic Disco Danny."
This is not gonna stick. That's
I
not
love
big.
it.
Wait till we get to Facebook chat.
No.
Then we got Von Wink. He said, "What did Malachi learn today that he didn't know yesterday?" I actually learned that some opportunities are for specific people, and if someone had an experience with a certain opportunity that you could have an opportunity to have, you have a chance to have an opportunity, that same opportunity, I have a different experience than somebody else that been in that same opportunity. You know, so some things are tailor-made and specific for certain people, and you got to respect that if it's for you or not. That's what I learned today. Have you considered putting a link to the companies Jake is advertising in the notes? We haven't thought about that. That's a good idea.
Thank you, Von Wink.
Thank you, Von Wink.
Thank you, Von Wink.
You get a 1+ check on my list today. That means you're doing good stuff. You're starting off right, Von. Don't fuck up.
Yes, indeed. Team Von Wink in the building. We got Darren Coates. Is your cuz, Tom?
What up, though, cuz?
Yes, indeed. He your cuz. He our cuz, too. Big Ant.
What up, cuz?
Big Ant, these three gentlemen gave you the business last week selling that fabulous PS5 last week. Had me rolling down here in Miami Metro, big cuz. LOL.
You know what? And it takes family for me to realize what needs to happen. And I'm back, baby. What's good?
It's 15-minute PS5 commercial.
Right, exactly. Shout out to cuz.
Putting you up on game, and that was for the gamers, man. So, you know, if you weren't feeling it, keep it moving. That's all you have to do.
Keep it moving.
Mm-hmm.
We got in our chat. In our chat, we got C Baron rocking with us. He said, "What's up, people?" DJ Touch said, "Hey, fellas." She said, "Disco Dan."
DJ Touch is in the fucking building.
It might stick.
It's sticking. Disco Dan.
You can blame Tone for that.
Right, for real. So then C Baron said, good find on a clothing company. And then we got Aria Moody. She actually in the chat rocking with us too. She said she got to get some of that gear.
That gear is dope.
The gear is tight for sure.
That gear is dope.
And then DJ Touch hit him with the disco. I love it.
Yes.
It might stick. And then we got a couple more in our Facebook chat. We got Tom Schultz. He said, "Disco Danny." He said, "There's no way I'll ever forget Disco Danny Jackson."
Don't put my last name in it. Do not put my last name in it.
Let it stick, baby. Let it stick. That's what I'm talking about.
Disco Danny Jackson sounds even worse. Disco Danny Jackson sounds like a terrible football player.
I like that. It's like a techno bowl football player.
And Disco Eddie Jackson on the kickoff.
You do a funny little spin before you run off the kick.
I like it. Yo, we going to Jake. Jake, what's up, man? You got something in the comments?
Shit, Malachi hit all the comments pretty much. But he hit them all. He hit every section. But I will say the last thing Tom Shaw said. Tom Shaw always rocking with us, heavy in the Facebook chat. He said when Tone was putting me on onto game, it felt like John Witherspoon scene from Friday about teaching Craig how to fight.
You just got some game, didn't you, brother? You know what I'm saying?
Just take it. Right.
That's what Big Tone about to do. You know, I'm about to revamp this whole put you up on game piece, period. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like, you know, putting you up on game has took several different turns, but I think it's turned into a right perspective now, where I'm really starting to talk about some game, and it's called the game of life. You need to be put up on that real game out here in the street because, you know, a lot of people be sidestepping, and you got to know how to maneuver through these streets, baby. So I got you, Tommy. I got you. You know what I'm saying? Being away from the fellas last week really put things in perspective. So
That would mean you start to brainstorm segments live over here.
Live on the show. He said,
you know,
I'm about to pitch this new idea. Y'all
don't start this.
He's like, if I say it live, I got a better chance of the fellas going with
it. Anyway, we're gonna keep it moving to the group discussion. Malachi, you know what to do, young boy. Get at him, man.
What it do, y'all? What it do? So today, for this group discussion, we got something special cooked up for y'all. I mean, we've been cooking it up in the pot, brewing it up, and it's finally ready. And it's here. We got our first episode where we got two guests. Yes, that's right. Not one, but two guests in the building, and they both work in the school system. We got Aria Moody, Miss Moody. She's coming in. She teaches middle school. And we got Artie Taylor. He's a high school coach, high school basketball coach. So we're going to bring them in. We got a list of questions that we're going to ask them. And most of all, we're just going to have fun with them. So introducing, without further delay, Miss Moody and Mr. Taylor. Welcome to Mask Off, y'all.
What up? What it do?
What's good?
Man.
What's good? How y'all feeling?
I'm beyond hype, man.
That's what's up.
Go.
Beyond hype. I love that. I love it.
Yeah,
so you
man.
can tell when somebody really doing good by the words they use and how they describe it. That's how you always tell.
Expialidocious says what?
Okay. And you ain't had to one up, my man. Now you ain't had to one up now.
Just stumbled right there. See, Moody. We just met each other too.
She said, I'll take your super hype and I'll add another one. You ever had a battle with somebody on who's doing the best? Like, how you doing? I'm good. Oh, I'm real good, brother. Relax.
That's that passive aggressive.
Letting you know how excited I am to be here hanging out with my friends.
That's what's up. And we excited to have you here, both of you guys, you know. So that's good. You and Tone, actually, we'll get into all that. Let's get straight into it, actually. So the first question we have is, how long have you been? Huh?
Yeah, well, let's have them both say a bit about themselves and start it off, and then we can get into it.
Cool, that sounds good. Ladies first.
All right. Well, hi, world. I am Aria Moody, 8th grade science teacher. I also have been a high school teacher, but right now I'm hanging out with the middle kids. Okay. Not just a teacher, but although I don't know how many teachers on the planet can afford to be just a teacher. But not just a teacher, I'm also a agent, an actress, a singer, an auntie. I'm having fun, y'all.
Okay. All right. Living my life like it's golden. That's what's up. Right?
Golden.
Yes.
I love it.
And brother Artie Taylor, Coach Mr. Artie Taylor, can you tell us a little bit about you?
That's what's up. What's going on, everybody? Coach Artie Taylor. Yes, I am a coach. Been coaching for 21 years. This is my 7th year coaching at the high school level. The rest has been at the collegiate level, where I met my man, Mr. Tony Coates. Yeah, man, just having a great time doing something that I love. Not everybody can say that they wake up every day and excited to go to work. And so I love having the opportunity to help mold these kids into young men. And that's a daily task that I don't take lightly. So definitely excited about what I do every day.
Nice.
Yeah, man.
Nice.
That is beautiful, man. That is beautiful. You know,
salute to that, man. Salute to that.
We salute you with that because we don't see a lot of us in the school system. And Ms. Moody can attest to that. It's not a lot of male figures in the school system nowadays that's able to teach these kids and guide them and mold them to be not necessarily a father figure, but a male figure inside and outside of their homes. You know what I'm saying? So we salute you, my brother,
Yes.
and we thank you for being on here. We thank you too, Ms. Moody, for being here and gracing our show. You know what I'm saying? The way you guys have. So we want to salute y'all too.
Appreciate you.
All right.
Thank you.
No doubt.
Hit them with them.
Yep. So we're gonna get into our panel of questions here. So Mr. Taylor, I heard you say that you've been coaching for 20 years, correct?
Yep.
Ms. Moody, how long have you been teaching?
Oh, if you count the time I was a substitute teacher, I have been in education now for 15 years.
Okay, 15 years. 15 to 20. That's some heavyweights. That's some heavyweight
Man, that's
stuff
a
in the
life
game.
sentence.
Say it again.
That's a life sentence. Don't play.
But to be doing that so long, you know, for I don't want to say so long, but for that length of time, you know, impacting so many different children on your journey at that, like each year having a new set of children come through. So what has that experience been like to come across these different children and to be doing it for as long as you guys have been doing it?
You want to go, Ms. Moody?
Mr. Taylor? Yeah, go ahead.
Sure. You want to do it that way? I go first, you go second all the time, or you want to go first, I go second?
We'll switch it up. We'll switch it up.
Pop off
Mr. Taylor,
first.
take that one first.
All right. Yeah, man. Well, for me, it's kind of been two different experiences for me. Again, starting off at the collegiate level, you know, I was able to go and select, you know, hand select through the recruiting process.
Okay.
Guys that I wanted to come in and be part of my my program. And the reason why I got into coaching was the joy that I had, that I received from watching kids be successful, see the hard work that they put in, and behind that, see the results that come out of it, and the joy that they displayed each time they were successful. But once I got into higher levels, you know, the last coaching job I had, I was a head Division II, NCAA Division II coach. It became more about wins. You know what I mean? And I kind of lost some of that, the why and the reason why I was doing what I was doing. And it kind of lessened about the kids themselves. And it was like, hey, if you ain't helping me win, I can't mess with you, because I had to put food on the table. You know what I mean? The boosters, the AD, the president, they was like, when you gonna win your next game? You know what I mean? And so when that transition happened, which I always used to say, I'd never coach high school. And I learned quick, never say never. But once I had an opportunity to look at a high school job, because the way the family layout was, I landed this great opportunity where I am now. And it lined the stars and the suns and everything back up to where my passion was, and that's about kids. And you know, whenever you're able to get a kid younger in life, where their ears are peeled back, they're still saying yes sir, no sir, there's another level for them to get to. You can have a more of a profound impact on them, and help develop them. So now I'm not worried about who's the next kid coming through. I'm looking at the kids who's right in front of me, and making sure I don't miss an opportunity to help these kids grow into somebody that they didn't think they could be.
That's amazing.
I mean,
Yeah. Great.
Salute that. I salute that.
Yes, that's awesome. It reminds me of being a classroom teacher and just being a classroom teacher too, though, because the way I describe the experience is that it is monumentally beautiful and tragically heartbreaking all in the same week. And I say that because you have this great opportunity to reach young people and to literally touch the future, because you have helped them to grow and change and develop as humans, but you also see all that they are living through and all that they are becoming because of their other influences. And a lot of those you can't really change. And I spend a lot of time praying. And for that very reason, because I know that there are things I cannot ever change that are going on in their lives. But there are also things that I'm praying my influence will impact, and it will change. They will decide to make the change themselves.
Wow.
But you
That
deal
is
with
really
the whole politics of, you're the teacher, but I'm the expert and I write the law. So I say you need to do it this way. And as the teacher, you're looking at them like, you're really stupid, aren't you? And some days you take that chance and you do it anyway because you know what's best for your kids. And other days you count your bills and you say, let me shut up and do what they told me to do.
Yeah. Wow. Okay. That's amazing. So I'm hearing the underlining thing between both of you guys is the purpose of it, you know, and the thing beyond the material. With material for you, Aria, Ms. Moody, being you know, the what you're actually teaching them, and then the basketball for you, Mr. Taylor. So that's a beautiful thing. So I want to move into about the schools. With this current school year, are you guys doing virtual? Are you guys open? Are you guys having your children in the building? What's going on with that situation with COVID happening, Ms. Moody?
Our kids get to stay at home, and we are inside the school, broadcasting our lessons to them through Zoom or Google Meet.
We as in the teachers.
So just the teachers are inside the building. The kids are in the bed. I mean, they're at home.
The secrets are coming out.
Right. That would be me if I had to be in virtual school. Okay, so is there? What about you, Mr. Taylor?
So we were supposed to start school on August 24th, and we pushed it back and started after Labor Day. But yeah, we came to school full time, giving our kids and families the option to do virtual.
Okay.
Yeah, man, and so we thought it was just important to look at this situation and pandemic, not be stupid about it, but also look at it. Hey, man, this is a way for us to figure out how to move forward through a crisis. So yeah, we're here, and everything's going good. We're just finishing up our second full week, and yeah, we're moving forward.
Yeah, you guys talked about the passion and the purpose that you guys felt inside of your jobs. Do you still feel that connection there inside, like the working from home? I mean, not working from home, but trying to teach from home. Is that still there?
It's harder to connect with people when you can't actually get close to them.
Right.
But yeah, it's still there. You still want what you want for the kids. You know what I mean? You still want to see them succeed. You still want to see them have the best. And you still see what's going on in their home. Sometimes a little too much.
A little too.
You know, and that's the part that hurts. You know, but you rock with it. You roll with it. You keep praying and you keep doing what you can do. And I think it's actually helped for some of my kids that they're at home and they're connecting with me virtually, because they are kind of bashful. So had we been in the same room with each other, they probably would never have spoken to me. So it works for some of them better than others.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Miss Moody, I want to just applaud you as an educator in the classroom, because I mean, I don't even know. I'm not in the classroom. You know, I mean, I'm sitting in my office drawing up stuff, drawing up plays on the board. You know what I mean? And I do trek upstairs every once in a while, and I'm an advisor, so I have a group of kids that I advise, but nothing like the day to day, and just listening to the stories of our teachers having to basically reteach themselves how to teach.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like they've been, there's people here have been here for 30 years, and this is like just rock their world. Like teachers crying, and because, like you said, they do have passion for these kids. They do love the interaction. There's no interaction with kids with mask on. You know what I mean? Like, mask off. We want to take it off, right?
And right out the door.
Yeah. But now you're talking to a kid through a screen, and but it like you said, it's some kids are flourishing from it. Like my son, like when we had to pivot and go virtual for the rest of the year last year, that dude was rocking it. You know what I mean? He was like, "Oh, I got algebra today." I'm like, "Dude, who are you? You know what I mean? What happened?" And now, I think it gave him more confidence now that he's walked back into the school building.
Mm-hmm.
He just now, he's rocking it. So
that's great.
It has been good for some, but then some others, they can't function at home by themselves.
Yeah.
They don't have that teacher there or that authority figure to help push them. Man, they ain't coming on. They ain't getting on the classes, the Zooms when they supposed to, and they just out doing what stuff they probably shouldn't be doing. So, yeah, it's inconsistent.
It is.
But they still need people like Miss Moody, though. To still show up every day. You know what I mean? So
that's
what's up. Yeah.
We fight for them, y'all. We do. I swear we do. Sometimes we fight them, but we fight for them.
What I wanted to mention too is we have you guys together, and you guys are from two different states. You know what I'm saying? And being as though you guys are from two different states, you can see how we still feel the same kind of way in which we relate to these babies. You know what I'm saying? So it's just profound. You know what I mean? How I look at now with this whole virtual thing, and me in my mind, I'm thinking this is a great opportunity for adults to kind of meet these kids where they at, because what we sometimes do is we minimize their interaction on social media. We minimize their reactions, the way they be on the internet, and we can't relate to it. So when it comes to a point like Coach Artie was saying, how they're able to function, some are able to function in an environment that's virtual, is because they've been doing it. Like I speak for some kids, like my son, all he want to do is game. So this is like right up that alley, that virtual alley. It's just that, you're doing work. You know what I mean? So it boils down to teachers being able to think outside of the box. So my question is, have you guys been able to see a lot of teachers perform outside of the box? Because I think that's the core essence of being a teacher. You got to be able to not just maneuver in the classroom, but be able to think outside of the box and maneuver wherever you go. As a teacher, you always got to have that thinking cap on. How can I help this kid be successful, whether I'm a million miles away or whether I'm right in their face with a mask on? How you guys been able to see that, not only from yourselves, but from your peers? Have you guys been able to see that happening?
Well, the sad part about being a teacher is normally you don't get to see very many other teachers, period. We very rarely get to see each other, talk to each other, work together, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. However, most days we're expected to. But yeah, you always have, that's the very definition of teaching. You always have, even before this pandemic, you have teachers who are constantly stepping outside their boxes, their comfort zones, trying to find ways to reach kids, because every year it's a new batch of kids, and every year it's a new batch of issues and challenges that you have to overcome just to get them to understand that, we're all made of atoms. Because I teach science. But you know what I mean? It's always that way as a teacher. You don't have an option unless you just a lump collecting a check.
Yeah, I agree. or we have a staff department meetings every Wednesday. So we go to school Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. They have Wednesdays off, kind of as a day just to grind in on homework assignments. Those who's learning from home can come into the school and meet with teachers for office hours. It's almost been a kind of a setup, kind of like a college, college system, the way it's set up. So our teachers do a lot of collaboration, and we have breakout sessions to say what's working for you in your classroom, maybe that we can use and implement into ours. But yeah, like I said before, I mean, you ain't got no choice but to step out that box. And I think, you know what? And I think it's I can always call it like an upside of a setback, right? It's you go through life, you get comfortable. You know what I mean? And that's especially from like, even I speak on myself, man, life was good for me. You know what I mean? I'm just cruising, man, cruising down the fast lane, you know what I mean? And when this pandemic hit, man, I had to pivot. You know what I mean? Yeah. And sometimes we've learned in basketball, sometimes a pivot is a travel. But you got to keep still playing the game. You know what I mean? You got to move on to the next possession. So, yeah, we all, we all have to step outside our box and find a way, because the kids are kids. You know what I mean? And I remember me growing up. Man, there's probably so much stuff happening in the early '80s. I ain't know, because my parents they just kept me moving, kept me involved in stuff. You know what I mean? They were dealing with it. And kind of now as teachers, you know what I mean? We're kind of dealing with some stuff that our kids don't even know. But when we show up, we got to be on point. We always got to be 100% of ourselves. So their experiences can be great. You know what I mean? So got to pivot, man. Got to be ready to pivot.
How many basketball analogies you got, man?
Oh, that's it. That's it.
Okay, I wanna...
All right, we gonna have it
that
up.
That was the only
bit.
one.
That's it.
Up a little bit.
Hey, the rest I'm gonna be traveling all over the place.
What I want to talk about, the American
you filed out
education
after that
system.
one.
Y'all hear me?
Yeah, what's up?
I want to go to the American education system. Y'all thoughts on the school system? What can we improve? And do you like what we're doing so far as the educational system?
Go ahead, Miss Moody. Go ahead and get it.
America. Well, y'all know how I feel about the education system in America. Education in America sucks. It's absolutely pitiful. It makes absolutely no sense for us to be so-called the leaders of the free world, and we are at the bottom of the rung when it comes to education, period. Just renovating it, just making certain that it's equitable. It's never going to be equal, but at least make it equitable where it's fair for everybody. We said having them be two separate educational systems was the worst thing in the world, and we needed to integrate them. Well, you integrated them and they still separate. You integrated them and there's still a whole vast majority of children who have less education now than they did then. It's pathetic. And I was hoping during this pandemic that once those weaknesses were exposed, something would change, but they just wrote more excuses to keep. What did I tell y'all last week? You keep poverty prevalent by keeping education pathetic, and that's exactly what they do. Mm-hmm. And that's how they feel, because I don't want to give up my place of power. I need to keep somebody poor. So hey, it worked. Y'all already broke. Stay that way.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Education is way more politics and money making than it is about educating our kids. And that's the part that makes most educators want to walk out the door and not come back, because you fight for these kids' lives and you fight for them to have what they need. And somebody goes into a back room and writes a law and changes everything. And now you're stuck with whatever is left over. And quite honestly, America should be ashamed of itself. They shouldn't even call what we do education.
Wow. I dig it.
Yeah. So just on that same point with a coach, I mean, because again, it's like it's two worlds here. There is, all right. I'll speak for me. Like I went to the DPS schools until 8th grade, and I got like a full ride to like a prep school, like the one you coach at now. So I want a coach to talk about that contrast and like what he sees now at like the school he works at, and just like the positives of or not the positives in that sense, but just seeing what it could be if all like kids had that type of schooling.
Man, it's a positive.
Right. Yeah, I know.
It is what it is. It's a positive because you know why? Because the same thing happened to me. Yep. Okay, I'm the youngest of 8, 4 boys and 4 girls. And my parents at the time couldn't afford no private school. You know what I mean? We were hardworking middle class. And then back then, middle class went to public school.
Yep.
And me being the last one, it was like I was on the same path as my brothers, going nowhere fast. And they're like, this is the last one. They put me in a private school in 7th grade. And it just took off from there. And what's the difference? Probably at that time, I probably couldn't tell what the difference was at the time, but why did I get honor roll for the first time when I just had C's and D's coming through? Why was I excited to go to school when I wasn't before? You know what I mean? So I look at it, you know, from a private school situation, it's resources. We talk about teachers having the ability to do things different. The private school, you know, we don't go by, we're not getting government funding, you know what I mean? So we can write our own curriculum. So like right now, my son comes home and saying, man, we're learning about COVID-19, the present right now. And we're studying how it affects the immune system. He's studying in computer sciences, how they analyze data to do the research. And that's a sophomore in high school. It's like, will he be getting that if he was in the public system?
Hell no.
And so that's the biggest difference. But at the same time, there's also when I have my minority students come into a predominantly white school right here, there's some challenges there too, man, because some of them don't want to be here and their parents are saying, this is where you're going.
Yeah.
Right. And because they want something better for them than they had and they're able to provide it. But, you know, we had them come in, you know, like for me, my dad, when he put me in, I went to high school. He's like, hey, keep your head down, say yes, sir, no, sir, get your education, you can go on to college. That's what I did. You know what I mean? I had blinders on. And the whole time I didn't see a whole lot of stuff that's happening around me.
It's a culture shock. It's a culture shock.
It's a culture shock.
You're a kid to go into that school, man.
It's a culture shock.
A black kid from like Detroit, from like the city.
Yeah. Private schools definitely have that as the advantage because don't get me wrong, it's not that public schools don't offer things because you always have teachers, and I'm gonna just say it, teachers like me who are going to find a way is what they need. But we don't have the resources.
Right.
We don't have the time because where a coach Artie's class might have 10 to 15 kids in it, I got double and triple that. You know, and I don't care who you are and where you are, even wearing a cape with 30, 40, and at one point in my career, I had 50 kids in the class.
Wow.
There's no way.
Wow.
And just one me.
Just you?
Just me.
Wow.
One teacher. So there's no way you can give a child what you can give them when you are in a room with only 10, 15, 20 kids. It just is not humanly possible.
Yeah.
That is what I mean when I say America needs to be ashamed of what it calls education, because the research proves that especially when you're dealing with children in poverty and children who have dealt with major traumas in their lives, whether it be trauma on a good end or a bad end, because there are some traumas like mama got married again. That's still traumatic for a child, but it's a good thing for the family. whether they are dealing with it on a positive or a negative, whether they have just above the poverty line or just below the poverty line, when poverty and trauma are involved, all of the research says that those children don't ever need to be in classes larger than 15 kids.
Nope.
But when you walk into an urban setting,
Wow.
when you walk into a public school setting, when you walk into a small rural setting, there's always 25, 35, 40 kids in a class. Always.
Wow.
And then you tell me that you are writing these laws to make sure that our children have a great education. Bull. You're writing them to make sure that capitalist America continues to be capitalist America and continues to make money and continues to offer free babysitting to parents so they can go to work. Oops, did I say that out loud?
That's really what that is.
Wow.
Yeah.
Exactly what that is.
I wonder why the kids don't care about learning. Well, they don't care about it because they don't understand that it's a tool in their tool belt to help them get the things out of life that they need. Because all they know is get up, go to work, grind, come home, do it again.
And that's what you get taught. You get taught that with school in urban environments. You get taught, get up, go to school, deal with your 8 hours of living, and then come home, do your homework, go to sleep, do it all over. Opposed to a prep school like Mr. Taylor, you're engaged, you're learning things on real time. That's a major difference, man.
Yeah, we're out there. Like field trips, we're going to the Capitol.
I tried to teach my kids about COVID just to make them aware of what it was and how it operates, and so they wouldn't just believe anything that they saw on Google. I had parents go to the board on me.
Wow.
Straight past the principal, straight to the Board of Education to complain about me, calling me insensitive and saying that I was wrong to be giving their children this type of work.
So let me ask you a question, Ms. Moody. So what do you think is reference to curriculums you think that should be taught in urban environments or environments that don't necessarily have prep schools? What's some of the curriculums you think should be taught?
Even if we teach the traditional things, we still need to go back to the days when we added in stuff like life skills. You know what I mean? How do you balance a checkbook? What is a checkbook? How do you manage credit? Why do we need credit? How do you get credit and keep good credit? What's a credit score? Oh my God, what's the stock market and what can it do for you? You know what I mean? Those things I went to Cass Tech, so it was a little different than some of the other high schools. But those things were added in by our teachers to the curriculum. It wasn't a part of the curriculum, but they added it in because they knew we needed it. And we need to go back to that. And we need to make sure that we have life skills, period, so that kids understand that education really is beneficial to them.
Mm-hmm. That's good.
That's good.
Go ahead, Jake. You want to touch on that?
Yeah, my bad. What is there something in the curriculum you think they should or either one of you guys something you think they should just take out? Because when I was in school, there was a few teachers that told me that kind of just flat out said, yeah, I'm teaching you this, but you're not going to use this anytime in life. But here I'm teaching you it, whatever. So is there anything you think you just should be taken out the curriculum?
Jake trying to take out math.
I am the wrong.
Get geometry gone.
I'm the wrong teacher to ever ask that question because I think that teachers who tell you that lied. You may not ever use it all directly, but you will use it all. Even algebra, there are certain things that certain problems you have to solve in life that you have to take that variable, change it over, look at this, see what fits, and then figure it out from there. What people have to understand about some of the things that we're learning and that we're teaching our children, it's not the direct concept that they're going to use, but it is the indirect abilities, that transferable skill. That is what they're going to use after they have learned how to take and substitute and add this and make that happen. After they've learned how to decipher why this chemical reaction took place. It's the problem solving. It's the skill. Yeah. It's not always the concept. And so I'm the wrong teacher to ask that to, because I'm going to say, nope, teach it to them twice. Make sure they understand why they're learning.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
That makes a lot of sense. And I never thought about it that way personally. So I'm glad you gave me that insight. We're gonna keep it moving. Mr. Taylor, what was your?
I'm talking too much. You gotta
Oh.
say. You gotta have.
You gotta keep it moving.
No, you good. You good.
You want
We
to touch
just trying
that?
to
Nah, go ahead. Do you want to touch that, Jake? Go ahead.
No,
Mr.
I'm good. Keep moving.
Mrs. Taylor, do you want to touch that topic though?
Oh, nah. I mean, Miss Moody is correct. I mean, I like to think of it like kids. Cause it's funny that you asked that question, Jake, because my son comes home and he actually this week was like, "Man, they're teaching me stuff we ain't gonna ever use," and it's probably because some of his friends said that. But it's kind of like we had to tell him, it was like, man, it's like the stuff you're doing, okay, you might not per se use that, just like Miss Moody said, but it's like critical thinking. It's challenging your thought process to look at different ways. So you've been taught that this math problem can be solved this way so long. Now we're teaching you to look at it a different way to solve it. So it's expanding your thought process, your critical thinking skills. And so I'm with Miss Moody's like, yeah, that has life lesson skills within it too.
Coach.
Wow.
Yeah, Coach. You talked about how like you care more about just trying to build up the folks that you coach and less about like the wins and stuff. So like back to that whole life skills thing and like teaching like life skills and stuff in school. Is that like what type of things do you try to teach your team? Like,
we just live in the present, man. Like, so whatever's happening today, how's it affecting? Because we only play basketball for a couple hours a day.
Right.
You live for the rest. You know what I mean? So, I always have a practice plan that I make every day. And in that practice plan, there's some type of quote, whether I saw it, come across the news, or I was listening to. What's up?
Right.
Malachi Minute. See, now talking to Tom about watching mascot. I'm like, man, I got to use that.
Yeah, that's what's up.
But it's like we try to make sure we are addressing something that's going on that can have an effect, on them, somebody in their family, and then there's not a better time to talk about, social injustice has been going on and equity. And when you look down the table and you see somebody that looks like Coach Taylor, we use this word brotherhood a lot. You're my brother. Man, what's that mean? Do you know him? Do you know what he's going through that may be totally different than what you're going through? So we have those type of conversations, on a daily, before practice, after practice, and just always keeping them, because I think everything that goes on in society, I like to think of it as, a human issues and about the people, and I always tell our kids, what I'm saying, if you can work hard to be a better person, just talking about you and nobody else, just you working hard every day to improve yourself, to be a better representation of yourself, and think about the next man or woman who's doing that every day, man, we can solve a lot of issues.
Wow.
That ain't the case.
If you can learn physics, you could be a great basketball player. I just had to show one of my students that the other day.
Oh wow,
that's good. I want to move it back to Coach Artie. And I want to ask this question. It's beautiful to hear you talk about the perspective of basketball for life. You know what I mean? But I want to talk about, what was your record last year? That's what I want to talk about. And I also want to talk about. I just want to know what changed the dynamic of your record. You know what I mean? Was it COVID or what happened, or what was going on? What's some of the things that you was covering during your coaching season last year?
So my record last year was 16-9. and we were we won our last game that we were allowed to play. Our season got cut short because of the COVID, and we were playing in the regional championship game at UD Arena, University of Dayton Arena, for a trip to our third state Final Four in 5 years.
Wow.
Yeah. And so our group of kids, you know, if you ever looked at my teams, we never start off the season just on fire. You know, we go through a lot of bumps, and it's always a growing process because, again, coming at a small school, you know, we don't have a lot of kids playing basketball. And so it's always kind of trying to, like, you graduate two of your best players, and you're looking down the bench like, okay, who next? You know what I mean? And you have to build that up. You know what I mean? You have to build that up. But at our school, sometimes, you know, success, you know, as kids, man, I want to win. I want to be part of that program. And then it's your turn to step in and be that person who leads. And you're like, some of them kids are like, nope, I don't want nothing to do with that because I don't want to be the one that messed this up. You know what I mean? So we deal with a lot of mental. We do a lot of mental training with our kids and just trying to get them believing in themselves, believing in each other. And then usually by the time the tournament starts, you get it. We get it rolling. So we was right there. But this was a tough one. This was a tough one.
Well, I see. Yeah. So y'all, you be balling a little bit. You pretty good. Pretty good. That's what's up. So we wanna close out with this last question here. With you both being African American and in the school system, what do you think is the reason that there is a lack, and what can we do to change that lack of African American representation in the school system? Mr. Taylor, you can answer that first.
That's a good question because I think sometimes, you know, it's about experiences, right? So why do you do what you do now? You had to have some type of experience that catapults you into that drive to want to be a school teacher or a coach or go in accounting, whatever your profession is. You know what I mean? So I definitely think it's people who's doing the hiring, looking at the value of, you know, what we African Americans can bring to the educational process to all people, and not putting us in a box and saying, well, we just need to get our numbers up, or we need more male African American males in the high school or the middle school. You know, look at the value of what we bring to the table. You know, that piece right there. So it's got to be the people at the top. Starting there, because that's how that's how we're gonna get it in there. You know what I mean? So value, and then we need people just to love to educate. You know, I think we have a lot of people that's out there that has the power and the ability to educate and to teach, but maybe for some reason they don't think that they can. You know what I mean? And so, if anybody's listening, I'm giving you that platform. Say you can. We need you. We need you. Our kids need you. So, because there's definitely a lack.
Okay, Aria, Miss Moody.
I would say one of the reasons traditionally that there are not enough Black teachers, especially Black males, is because this was always considered a female job. It was something that women were allowed to do, and not be frowned upon because you weren't at home with a husband taking care of you. So I think that was the first problem. The second problem is the low pay. They lowball teachers constantly, and we are one of the most educated professionals on the planet, and we make the least when you look at other professionals. And on top of all of that, you also have the lack of value for what we do. People don't want to get up and go to work every day to be disrespected. disrespected by the law, disrespected by administration, and not all, because there are some really great administrators out there, but disrespected by administration, disrespected by lawmakers, disrespected by the general public. There used to be this huge statement, and I've seen it a few times recently: people who can and people who can't teach. That's the biggest lie on the planet, because there would be no career without a teacher.
Right.
I don't care what career you have. Whoever you are, whatever you do, you would never have gotten there without your teachers first. And so the fact that people don't value what we do chases a lot of people away from the educational system. And then quiet as it's kept, which ain't quiet at all, people get tired of being just our kids. Our families are so broken and our values are so displaced that our kids don't know how to respect or receive the blessing of education. And so people don't want to do that. I have heard people literally say, "Oh, God bless you, honey, because I would never do what you do."
Wow.
I did. I can't. You know what I mean?
That's amazing.
And it's all about our values, you know. And quite honestly, I love my people, but we've lost so many of our values, and we got to get them back. We just flat out do.
Good point.
Very good points. Very good points.
And we have the power to do it. We just don't know it.
Is Malachi here?
Wow. Lost his thought there.
Look, your thoughts were so profound. You paused Malachi.
Look
at it. He can't get his thoughts.
He's still thinking about it.
Wow.
His Wi-Fi blew up on him.
That's my young boy.
Yeah,
He lost his thoughts. It's all good.
He trying though, y'all. He trying. Look at him. Looking in the nose. Looking in the nose. He trying to. Hey, you on camera?
That was a mustache. No.
He back.
You with us?
No, he left. He cut out.
Oh, he's back.
Showing
there
up.
you go.
All right, there you go.
There you go.
There he is.
The homie.
Young boy, you back? All right, I don't know what he's doing. All right, we're gonna keep it moving till he figure out what's going on. Mr. Taylor, quick question.
Can y'all hear me?
Who is the championship prediction?
Who's what?
Who is your NBA champion prediction and your favorite player?
Yeah, we can. We can hear you.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, we got you. Okay.
Nope. Well, I am a LeBron fan.
Oh Lord, we're Malachi.
Yes. I am a LeBron fan. So wherever LeBron has went, that is the team I've been cheering for. So I am riding with the Lakers. I'm riding with the Lakers.
I knew I liked you, Coach.
Yeah, man.
Coach.
Hey, man, listen.
I knew I liked you, Coach. That's
what I said. I knew it.
Hey,
he'll get himself together on that one.
Hey,
he got himself together.
It's got to be the Lakers, man.
All right.
Hey,
that man affects the game
so
in more ways than any player.
Yes.
That's why every team he's with goes to the finals. Take them off the team, those teams are horrible.
Terrible.
So you can say whatever you want to say about LeBron. Listen, I was cussing LeBron out last night for some of that game.
No, me too.
But then at the end, he did what he had. He wasn't on offensively. He's like, man, let me shut the young bull down.
Yep.
Lakers.
All right, first of all, he fouled Jamal Murray on every one of those plays.
Hey,
okay, I'll give you one. But them other two, that's buckets for us. You know what I'm saying?
But it's fine. It's fine.
Like,
hey, one more.
I respect LeBron now, so yes.
Malachi.
Yep.
Ask this last question to Ms. Moody, please. You know, because we cannot stay on LeBron all night. Y'all did that last one there.
Hey,
we ain't doing that.
I was about to get going. Thank you, Tony. You get
all right. Yeah, keep it going.
Yeah.
Cool. All right, Ms. Moody, what's the craziest or funniest thing that happened since you've been teaching virtually?
Lord. The little girl that came to class in her bra and panties.
What?
So she ain't feel like getting good.
Oh boy.
wow.
So, yeah, back to LeBron, right?
Right.
Yeah.
What about Tyler Hero? Huh?
We can't hear that about no middle schoolers.
Right. Just that thought.
Tyler
We
Hero.
didn't need that image burned in our
We might
brain.
keep the scales over here.
What y'all just did was what all the male teachers did. They almost cut their classes off just to keep her out.
That's good.
Well, it's been
And when we as the female teachers talk to her, she's like, I just didn't feel like getting dressed. What? They ain't never seen a bra panties before?
Oh,
Scales here.
It's been a ball having you guys. Last thing on the agenda.
It's been a ball.
Pause. We had a lot of fun.
As bad as my friend, she had a student whose name is Abisi, and it's spelled ABCDE.
Oh shoot! Here we go.
Tyler Hero dropped 37 points.
37 as a rookie. Second most points as a rookie in the playoff game. Anyway, it was a ball having you guys. We just really appreciate you guys for coming and rocking with us. One last thing, plug away on anything you guys got going on. You want to talk about? You want to shout out anybody? Go ahead, Mr. Taylor.
Man, this has been a blessing. Honor. I'm glad I said yes to do this, but I gotta give a shout out. Y'all rocking the mask off. I gotta give a shout out to my Orilla boys right here. This is what we do. Orillas all day, every day. Everybody's always asking, "What's Orillas?" It's a brotherhood.
It's a brotherhood,
man. And it's what we stand for, man. Just young men handling their business every day and trying to bring some greatness to other people that we come across. Appreciate y'all, man.
Thank you.
Appreciate you.
Love you, my brother. Love you dearly.
All right. Well, I guess I'm gonna be like my normal self, and I'm gonna just talk for a minute. It's longer than y'all thought. Have to always shout out my mom. My mom is one of the most amazing people on the planet. Strongest woman I've ever met and ever will meet. She is a cancer survivor, a COVID survivor, and she is upstairs right now rocking her jewelry sale business. She sells paparazzi jewelry. So look her up, elitasblingthings.com. As I told you, also, I am not just a teacher, but I am a travel agent. So look me up. I'm on Instagram, Traveling Mood for You. My travel agency is called Traveling Moods. Also, I love singing, acting, dancing, writing, directing, everything creative. And so I belong to a group called The Characters. Shout out to Characters. Woo-hoo. I'm also a member of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated. Oh, and back to the business at hand. The Characters right now are in the middle of a fundraiser. We have a Seed and Spark. So hopefully you guys can check us out on Instagram at The Characters. And we also have a Facebook page, The Characters. And it's Characters CHARACTORS. So check us out, and hopefully you can even take some money out your pocket and put it into the Seed and Spark to help promote really great, positive, and inspiring content. And we're gonna put it out there, and we just hoping to have all you guys help. All right. I think I'm done now.
Yep. And just to let y'all know, I'm also a part of The Characters too. So we doing big things. We write, direct, produce our own content. So yeah, get at us.
That's what's up. And I had to give a shout out to wear my Orilla hat. You know what I mean?
Hey, talk about that boy real quick.
I mean, my young boy rock his too. Orilla's
stand up, baby.
You know what I mean?
I'm gonna fill out an application. Time to get down.
No, leave it on, Tom. Leave the hat on. Leave the hat on, man. Represent, man.
Hold up. DJ Touch is fucking up in the building.
Hey, you see that?
Artie, any chance how Big Tone get to the NBA? He's free.
Hey, let's get Big Tone in the league, man.
Oh, Touch.
I'm sure Charlotte will draft you, brother. Hey, you can go undrafted in the fourth round to Charlotte.
Fourth round.
I'm gonna bring it down.
I'm restricted.
I'm gonna bring
the G League. The G League supplemental.
Brought him up from the G League. Coming in number 5.
I gotta put on my Orilla hat for this. You and I both know, Artie, I was a beast in my day. I'm still a beast in my day. So if anybody want to see me, holla at your boy.
You talking about on the basketball court?
Exactly.
That face, man. What's up with that face?
Well, fuck that. I'm putting my mask off.
That face is telling a completely different story. What's up,
man? Tone.
Oh, yeah. So Tyler Hero dropped 30
we say Orilla stand up.
Orilla.
Tone was sitting down, man. They were basketball. Come on, man. That's how it started. It was like, Tone, stand up. Yo,
it's been wonderful. It's been beautiful. Thank you both for rocking with us, man. I love to see intelligent, black, professional, business, like-minded people doing their thing.
Yes.
It's been a pleasure. My brother Artie, my wonderful sister, Miss Moody. Thank you for rocking out with us. We all love you. Shout out y'all official family. Clap it up for fellas.
Mask off family.
Appreciate you, man. This is what's up.
We will get back at y'all. Y'all welcome to stay and watch the show behind the scenes. But we got to get back to the business at hand. Jake, can you go to the comments, my brother? What we got popping? We got to keep it moving.
All right, for sure. In the comments, DJ Touch, always rocking with us. You know what I'm saying? Another day one. She up here saying, "Oh, Rilla, stand up." You know what I'm saying? You know, she also said, "Teach the children to be entrepreneurs, not workers. We're training our children how to be in debt." You know what I'm saying? Which is, that's exactly what we're doing. Also, a DJ Touch. She said she recommended a book, Rich Dad, Poor Dad. That's a book that a lot of like self-made entrepreneurs recommended to me in the past. So check that book out, Rich Dad, Poor Dad. That's in the that's in our Mask Off Planning That Page comments. Also in the Facebook comments, we got the Tom Schultz rocking with us. He said, "Miss Moody, I really appreciate you talking about life skills." Hell yeah.
Thank you,
Tom Schultz. Also, he said, what else he said? He also said, "Disco Danny Jackson, you're going to be on the cover at the PS5 Madden 2020 game cover. Can't wait to see your touchdown dance."
I thought we forgot about that.
We ain't never forgetting about that shit. And you can blame Tone for that. Don't blame anybody else but Tone.
It is a thing, and I'm going with it. I like Disco Dan. I like Disco DJ. I'm with it.
DJ just makes it sound like I'm trying to make it sound cool, but you can't do it.
Also in the Planet That comments, we got Steve Brandstrom. He got he said, what did he say? He said also Steve Brandstrom. He said classic Disco Danny. He's on it too. Shout out to Steve. What up, though? Another day one. And his wifey, Caitlin Shea. What up, though?
Also, Shea, what's the deal?
Also, Von Week he says, "Are these really the best questions Big Tone can come up with? He keeps pulling the brakes on the momentum." Whoa, what the fuck? Actually, I didn't mean to. I didn't mean to read that one, but yeah.
What do you mean? You don't know where to stop.
You made the fucking list again.
You don't know how to stop yourself.
One week I don't show up. And now I'm back and you talking big shit.
Now look what you did.
Also, Von Week said geometry is good for pool. That's all he said.
Von Week, the pool champion of the Midwest.
Von Week is the hater.
He's definitely a ringer. He plays that French game real bad. So like you put some money on it. He just started doing all the trick shots.
Do we got any more comments, Malachi or anybody?
Let me see. I think he's right. I already say he's right. He's a pool shark with great geometry.
Great with geometry.
Yeah. Are you ready to plan Anna already? So that's it. That's what we got. Steve Branson said Malachi learned too much today.
You got brain frozen.
All right, so that's it on the comments. So we're gonna keep moving.
Yeah.
We're gonna touch on this quick hit, man. And it's been a hot topic all week. We're gonna talk about it. And what we're gonna talk about is update on Breonna Taylor in the quick hit. And as we all know that they charge no one in this case that went into Breonna Taylor's home and killed her, but they charged the guy they fired that hit someone else's house. Fellas, thoughts on this, Malachi?
You know, this is crazy to me. Just like that headline says, Breonna Taylor's case is as painful as it is. It's not surprising, which is true, and that's the saddest part about this is that we were holding out hope, hoping that it would be different this time. That finally this because it's worldwide news, everybody's on it. That we would have some type of justice for it, but the fact that it's not just shows the system. The system is the system, and it needs to be rebuilt, as we continue to say.
You know what, man? I need to hear Jake talk that shit for a minute while we do this quick hit. Jake, get him.
Yeah, this is very disappointing and heart-wrenching for me. This Breonna Taylor case, and it's pissing me off, like, for sure. Like, it's like the person who got charged, the walls that got shot up are more important, are more valuable than Breonna Taylor's life, and it's just fucking sad, man. And it's like, what do we need to do to, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, Black lives matter and Black women's lives matter. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like Malcolm X said, Black women are most disrespected, unprotected people on the side of the earth. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, motherfucking the dogs in the Michael Vick case got more justice than Breonna Taylor did. This some bullshit, man. And I'm tired of seeing it. We all tired of seeing it. It's like, what the fuck do we got to do to, like, let y'all know that this is fucked up? You gave them $12 million. Like, yeah, you gave them $12 million. That's cool. Put the motherfuckers in jail. They shouldn't have been there in the first place at all. The people that y'all was looking for were already apprehended. You know what I'm saying? And you went in the wrong spot and you killed people for nothing. And you up there talking about, yeah, this guy or some guy shot at you. Yeah, if somebody busts in my crib and I know I ain't do shit wrong, and I'm bearing arms like the right I have to, like the right that I have. You know what I'm saying? I'm a bust back too. Like, what the fuck? Like, come on, man. Like, this some bullshit. Give Breonna her justice. This some bullshit.
That's called the stand your ground thing that what's that pussy name that was with the Trayvon Martin used? Zimmerman. He used that same tactic, the stand your ground case. So I got so many things that's messed up with this case. First of all, it was disrespectful that they brought that Black attorney general out to tell us that we should overcome and we should chill out. You know what I'm saying? Because this is injustice rioting in the streets. But what is justice for them to hoodwink and bamboozle us to think that we're going to keep allowing this shit to take place? That's number one. Number two, like Jake just said, you shoot in my house, I'm shooting at you. Big problem I have is if they were so innocent, why they award the family civil liberties? Why did they not arrest and charge? Matter of fact, why did the charges get dropped for Kenneth Walker when he shot back? You know what I'm saying? And then it's the excessive shooting that was really outlandish. How many times they shoot at this girl? They shot her 6 damn times. You know what I'm saying? It's ridiculous, man. And the problem that I'm having is that they keep getting away with this. We got another high-profile case coming up with George Floyd. You know what they're going to do? They're going to dog walk this one out, and they're going to make it think that nothing took place, and they're going to do it. And it's going to be something that's going to happen. You can quote Big Tone on this. It's going to be something that's going to happen catastrophic to make shit change for the better for Black people in America. Because the way shit going, we are not getting treated fair. And ain't no Democrat or Republican is not going to tell us do the shit the right way, because when the system fucked up, we ain't getting no justice, as you see right now. So fuck all that protesting. It's gonna be some shit that's gonna pop off, and I'm standing behind that. I am.
The thing that y'all made the point. The thing that I hate the most when like they go to these fake trials and then they're about to reveal what they're about to do, which is shit, is the fact that they start to prep for the protest, and like they start to prep for like they bring out the SWAT teams and they line it up. That they did this when like a year ago or 2 years ago when they chose to bring back up the Mike Brown case and like to retry that guy, but then they weren't going to try him or they weren't going to charge him. And before they announced that, like they just brought in the whole the whole police and SWAT team to stop it. So it's like when you see that, it's like they know what they're about to do is wrong. They know what they're what they're about to say is like is about to cause a full rampage just across the states too. Yet they still do it because. Yeah, they still do it because one, they just kind of want to keep that power there, and then two, it's the thing that gets me. It's like once they make that statement, the next thing out their mouths is, all right, well now that you know this, I want you all to remain calm and remain peaceful. I'm like, what the hell? Like that doesn't match. That doesn't match to me, and yeah, I think that's it.
I think this is the same shit we've been experiencing for how many years, and it's gonna come to it's at a boiling point. You feel the tension in the air, and the more we try to die down, they go kill somebody else, and then it's the same thing. Something's going to happen, bro. I really do feel like something's about to pop off.
Yeah, but again, that's I'm glad that we had this talk with people that teach, so we can constantly. I mean, because that's the way to start it. It's just constantly having teachers talk about this. Teachers putting that inside kids' head and just bringing that inside there. So I'm glad that we had that segment for this week's show.
Yeah, I am too. And another thing that I'm not glad about is that you brothers decided to have a teaching episode without me, the conspiracy brother himself.
Oh, God.
The conspiracy brother, you're not we didn't have you on during that time. First of all, we don't have you on at all. You just kind of get on our platform somehow. But we didn't have you on because you're not a teacher.
Really?
You're a conspiracy brother. It's in your name.
I'm sorry. I'm trying to stay calm here. In my name is conspiracy, but if you put the Mr. in front of it, I'm a teacher because I used to work at Broham University. Yes, that was me. I was a professor of social studies because I knew how to study socially, so that's what they had me teaching. So I taught social studies at Broham. There you go. You see, proper title, proper respect, just like your other guest. I deserve that same respect because I also inspire the minds of the future. Literally, I inspire the minds of the future. See, I'm teaching social studies, but I got kicked out. That's another story. They kicked me out of the university because I was teaching the proper things that need to be taught and not the mumble jumble that they wanted me to teach. Because I refuse.
What is the stuff? You haven't told us what you were teaching. What is your curriculum, conspiracy brother?
Oh, you want the curriculums? I'll tell you the curriculums. See, I taught how to make a bean pie, how to cross the street on 6 Mile and McNichols. Huh?
You taught these life skills?
These are life skills. And also how to see in the dark. Because in order to see your future, sometimes your future can be dim, but if you see in the dark, it's bright for you.
Conspiracy brother, they deserve to kick you out of school. You teaching bullshit.
Teaching.
You
Sir,
don't even deserve your name.
see, I called you sir. I'm working on myself. Sir, if you don't realize with your real eyes, then you've been told lies all this time, then you don't know how to stay in line like a row of ducks as they cross the street.
That's enough for him. All right, y'all.
I tried.
He's fucking me up with the 6 Mile and McNichols like they cross streets and shit. He's fucking me up with
It's
that.
the same street, bro. It's the same.
And he keeps saying it, and we tell him all the time.
Oh my God, we got time to go back to these comments.
Yes, we do.
Let's go to the comments for a minute before we get up out of here. Jake, what we doing, baby?
Oh, what up? 1 second. You know what I'm saying? Back in the comments, the Planet Ant, I believe, and Von Week. Where are Conspiracy Brothers' shadows? We got Von Week, and he also said Conspiracy Brother was a teacher, and he doesn't know the plural of curriculum is curricula. Yeah, yeah.
Curriculums.
Okay. All right, sure.
I can't wait if you ever come on this show. I can't wait. I told you to talk to Dan to get your ass on this show. Get on the show. I just want to have a conversation. Van Wick, get on the show. Damn.
Also, in the Planet Ant Facebook, we got Mabel Woodward. You know what I'm saying? My Dukes
in the building.
Said, hey guys, how y'all doing tonight with keeping it real? we doing a good job keeping it real. Thank you, Miss Mabel. We appreciate it.
Yeah.
So that also, what's up? We go to the mask scarf page real fast. Our shit.
Aria is still in there. She said,
"Oh yeah, go ahead." Okay.
Then this witness, no one, Edgebert spoke up before. I'm sorry, I read that. I couldn't even read it. Then she also said, "Oh, ever." Then
what are you
doing?
All right. Here are the comments. Plus the fact that
Aria, what Dan has posted at the bottom is that, plus the fact she's referring to the Breonna Taylor case, plus the fact that there was no knock warrant at first after the settlement, and the law changes and stiffening, there was no knock warrant, and then the witness, Egbert, spoke up before. Yeah, it's fucked up.
I'm sorry, Jake, but this is the shit y'all was doing last week, and y'all not gonna continue to do this shit. Where the hell he go? What the hell is he doing? I'm not doing this shit with y'all. Let's get to wrapping this shit up.
No, we're done. We're done.
We're done? Good. All right. First of all, I'm going to say thank you for my esteemed guests. Clap it up again for them. It was a wonderful show.
Yes, Artie Taylor, Aria Moody, thank you very much.
Thank you for coming out. We really enjoyed it, and it was a lot of great information we could take away and learn from. And we just blessed to have you guys in our presence today. I'm going to say it because I know the fellas want to say it too. Fuck them. Justice for Breonna Taylor. Let's get it. Because she needs it. Her family needs it. Fuck a settlement. Give me my motherfucking justice.
Her family needs it, and we all need it because this is motherfucking bullshit.
Exactly. Yep. So with that being said, I'm going to pitch it to Dan. Last words, my brother.
I think you said it there. Yeah. Let's keep it up.
Disco, let's go.
No, guys. This was fun for Mascot 23. Disco Daddy, all right. Disco Daddy, Jackson, Disco Daddy.
What you mean? Wait. What you mean, guys? That's him saying that shit.
I'm talking to the people in those comments.
Okay. Yeah.
Don't cop out, Jay. You like Disco DJ too. You know what I mean? Don't cop out. I'm tired of you copping out on shit too.
I ain't say that shit.
You know what I'm saying? All right. Yeah, I like Dan as Dan. I don't like him as Disco. You got anything to say, Malachi?
Yeah, man. Shout out to our guests, man. I had a ball rocking with y'all. Shout out to everybody rocking with us. And yeah, again, me and Aria, we went to characters. We got that Seedings Park campaign going. So, support local fun making. You feel me? But I love y'all. Overall, I just love everybody, man. Y'all rocking with us hard. Y'all the ones that keep us going. So, episode 23.
Jake, talk that shit, bro.
Yeah, shout out to Aria Moody. Thank you very much. Very intelligent. We appreciate you. Also, shout out to Artie Taylor and the old Reelers. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You know, shout out to it. I don't, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, rep the brand, Tone. Rep the homies, rep the brand. You know what I'm saying? And all y'all rocking with us, who we watching in the comments and everything. We appreciate y'all.
Nice.
I guess it's back to me. I want to give a major shout out to my homies, Orillas. Y'all stand up. You know what I'm saying? That's all the way from Detroit to Ohio. That's Detroit, Michigan, Ohio, Texas, Miami, Indianapolis. We stand up, man. That's hailing straight from Defiance College, Defiance, Ohio. We all met each other there. Orillas, we've been forever with it. You know what I'm saying? And I want to say I loved everybody that came on the show today. I'm back and I'm in full effect. Big Tone here. Give a shout out to Aria Moody. Fantastic. Artie Taylor. You know what I'm saying? Please support artists doing their thing. You know what I'm saying? Not just support the characters. Support everybody at Planet Ant and everything they doing. Tune into Planet Ant and check them out. You know what I mean? On their stream, they doing everything. It's a big shout out to everybody. This episode is in the books. Like I said from the top, Jordan Style, number 23, episode 23 in the books. KRS-One, you must learn.
You reach, I teach.